Yeah, too.
So I'm lying there, sleeping in a little bit today. Lying there in bed. It's not quite 10 o'clock yet.
I myself woke up at 2:30 after 5.5 hours of really good sleep.
Well, I had 5.5 hours.
I couldn't go back to sleep.
2:30?
Well, sometimes I couldn't go back to sleep. A lot of times I'll wake up at 2:30 on a Sunday. I tried to go back to sleep. You know, I at least laid in there and read some Reformation history. But you know, I mean, you can't go to sleep. Can't go to sleep. One like I was particularly hurting badly. That wasn't keeping me awake. I don't know what it was. Anyway, I'll think about it. So anyway, but then some guy starts not texting me. He's dinging me on Messenger. This is like 3:30 in the fucking morning. I think this guy's in England. I don't know. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't. I think he is. And I thought, dude, it's like, it might be like, 8 o'clock in the morning for you, but I'm still,
like
I'm still fucking asleep
dude,
here.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah.
It just, and I didn't want to block the guy. I mean, he'd actually watched my last video and left a, decent comment. He thinks I should use one of these iPad-y style tablets, although not the iPad. He wants some sort of Android-y thing, And, well, I just didn't know what fucking happened, but I appreciate his interest. Well, yeah. Well, he did. And he took his time to watch and remark. So how are you?
I'm all right. Just soldiering on.
How's Kelly?
She's hanging in there. She's a nervous wreck most of the time because of her mom. But
yeah, well, I wasn't gonna bring up it, but yeah. I assume she got her, this week's course.
They suspended this week's course because of this. I can't remember the name of it. Her viral load for a particular virus is too high. Hence this posting about expensive drugs and things that Kelly put up about that. I think you commented on.
No. Well, I saw that. Well, her underlying point was.
So God, I can't remember.
For what virus?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Well, this isn't caused by a virus, do you think?
No.
I mean, there is one form that's maybe. You want to Google it?
I wonder if she texted it to me. Let's see here. But short version is they don't want to give her any more of this chemo until they bring this virus under control with this drug.
Yeah.
And the drug was originally designed as one of these HIV treatment.
Yeah.
And so it's like so for like 30 of them for like a month's supply, I guess for 30 of them it's like $4,500.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, the AZT, the original AZT drug is quite cheap now.
Yeah.
That was the original one. I mean, I know damn well that isn't $4,500 for 30 tablets of that. Not that I've researched it, but I mean, it's been around now since 1984 or 83.
Let's see if she texted this to me. Come on.
Oh, it's better.
Anyway, so okay, wait. Oh, no, that's not it.
Take note of Rob McClaskey's sandwich cart ad on Thomas's shirt. That's one of Thomas's friends. Great chef. Really, seriously, yes. Put it in your face sandwich cart. Columbus, Ohio. Check it out when you're in town.
Put it in your face sandwichcart.com.
What is what? Oh, these entities are flying about.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna.
Okay. Well. Okay.
It's buried in there.
Okay. So it's some sort of viral thing.
Yeah. So that's the deal. So I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna start again here on Monday or.
Well, when you say
not,
start, when you say start again, they're not going to start over the entire course.
No, but
just keep plugging away.
It's every other day, 3 times a week. So
here's a container with a line coming out of her chest. We're going to shoot this crap into her and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, squirt some in and take a look. It's like qualitative analysis. It's like chemistry 123. Yeah. I don't know what they number it now to the semester system. Like 0.16 or something like that. I assume that's all been normalized or calibrated for race, class, and gender.
I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has.
Yeah. That's one of these great questions that gets asked. Like on these like you can have an engineering guy apply for a professorship or an assistant professorship or something. They say one of the questions is like, how would you organize your program of instruction in whatever his field is? Like it's like electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, to neutralize the effects of race, class, and gender. I suppose you'd say don't put any of the minority groups in harm's way while you're putting that bridge over them, I guess. Oh, and be sure half of them are women.
Yeah.
Well, that's how absurd it's become. It's gone long. It's long gone past just treating other human beings like decently like a human being.
Right.
Into some bullshit.
Well, that's because everybody has to politicize everything, and then you've got your, the thought police, and then the speech police.
Oh yes, the thought police, the speech. Well, that's 1984. The big screen. Well, it's like we are basically like this far away from like the Well, at one point I understand that the North Koreans had to leave their TV sets on all the time.
Well, there are.
They probably still do.
Yeah. Well, it's not that they have to. They literally can't. They're physically unable, as I understand it. And some of these apartments in Pyongyang.
Yeah.
When you move you into this place, the TV's installed such that it does not turn off.
Good. It's like being in a hotel bar with CNN and you can't stop it. I mean, and of course, what sitting in front of CNN in a hotel bar does is it just makes you buy more shit to drink.
I think that's on purpose.
Of course, that's exactly the strategy.
It's the modern day equivalent of having a bunch of salty pretzels or something sitting out.
Can I have one of those bad
That's
boys?
why I brought them. Yeah,
Thank
you bet.
I've been desperately wishing to have.
I was gonna bring. I thought about bringing some Oktoberfest, but to be perfectly honest, after your little roach incident, I was like,
that was in Sam Adams. That was not in Great Lakes Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about the Sam.
Let us be clear. I need to be sure that this is still recording. Oh,
they didn't have.
I need to stop now.
Yeah, man. Well, so yeah, man. We kept Carter at home Monday and Tuesday.
Was he sick?
Well, he was. Yeah, he had a nasty cough.
Oh, that's right. You had said.
But I mean, it was one of those. It was one of those where he coughs. And it's not just like a cough. It was like a.
Yeah. Well, you can sort of hear the trachea and everything sort of like.
And then of course, then because of all the coughing,
then he gets
his throat irritated. So then it hurts to cough, and then he starts crying when he coughs.
Yeah,
and it's just like
you get a self-perpetuating vicious cycle.
God damn. Yeah. So then.
You said it was something about changing the dose of albuterol or something.
So what do we do? So they had given fucking insurance companies. They had insisted that he doesn't really need it, but we're waiting for the next doctor visit to just nix it. But he's on one of these like daily maintenance inhaler things, and I can't remember. It was like Flovan or whatever.
Well, I could probably get you a deal on that if you give me the details.
Well, Yeah, I will. So the insurance company was like, no, we want you to use this thing. Well, so then we starts using this thing, and he gets this thrush, this fungal thing all around his face. So we're like, no, we're not using this anymore. So we called the doctor, like, guys, this is ridiculous. So then the doctor basically called the insurance company and said, listen, fuckers, sorry, pardon my friend, this kid, I want this kid on this drug, whether you like it or not. And so then the insurance company's like, oh, okay. But, I mean, just to have to go through all of that.
Well, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, now, admittedly, I mean, a lot of doctors, will, I don't know why, they always, like, Brad Bethel always did this. He always prescribed the top dollar newest drug.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, there were plenty of other drugs out there that did the same thing. And I thought, shit, he's a good doc. He takes care of his patients very well. The patients adore him because he pays attention to them and actually helps them.
Sure.
But, he always goes for the top dollar drug. And don't do that.
One of these things, one of the reasons I like these pediatricians over there.
Don't contribute to the problem.
These Riverside pediatrics. Well, Carter's original doc retired.
Yeah.
But we really like the new guy. Same practice.
That's good.
But they always I don't know if it's a philosophy of the practice or if it's just both guys have the same philosophy, but they always just prescribe what tried and true, what works. Right. And then if that doesn't seem effective, then they play.
Then you might try.
But it's not the other way around.
Oh, no,
right?
Exactly.
That's how a lot of these guys.
No, exactly. Well, it's like whenever there were two revolutionary drugs in anesthesia when I was, well, three sort of, but two for sure. And it came right. Propofol came right at the end before I retired. But midazolam came in about 3 or 4 years before that, and it was like completely revolutionized a lot of stuff in anesthesia. And the other two drugs that were interesting were ketamine and etomidate. Now, etomidate has found its niche in certain, long-term ICU sedation, neurosurgical applications. But it was, for a long time, it was a drug looking for a place to happen.
Right.
And then you had, what was the other one? Oh, ketamine is it's a horse drug. Well, yes, it is a veterinary anesthetic, but it can be, it's an incredible analgesic in really low doses. It's an incredible analgesic. And if you use it such that you don't get the level in the brain that causes you to go blind or go, woo! K out, as the partiers say.
Yes,
the ravers say.
I've worked in the restaurant industry, folks, and while I certainly never recreationally enjoyed it, K was a popular after hours.
I professionally used a lot of K. On my patients on these fucking local standby sedations because this was before you had any. This was pre-midazolam. This was like you're guaranteed to end up doing a half-assed job. We just hope the case doesn't go too long in these local standbys. But I'll tell you, as long as you didn't get them, the great thing about ketamine too is, up until you give a really huge slug of it, they'll keep breathing. Yeah. So you can have some, person under the drapes that you can't really see, and it's hard to see them breathing.
Yeah.
The things we do for our surgeons.
Oh, because Carter stayed home. That's right. Yeah. So that's how we got off on that. But so not to complain, and don't get me wrong. Look. I'm all for if you miss school, make up your work. Yeah. I'm all for it. Yeah. But on Tuesday, so we kept him home Monday. On Tuesday, I went in after school on Tuesday to pick up his books so he could do his missing work, his makeup work. Now I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna go ahead and just do his homework, right? Like his missing homework. No, this woman sends home like every single worksheet, activity,
fucking worksheet
thing that they did throughout the day for 2 freaking. So basically, he had what amounted to 14 school hours of work that plus homework that he was then expected Then of course you can imagine the the meltdown city that produced.
Yeah, I imagine so.
So we sat there and slogged through.
It was so different with me.
Oh.
We had workbooks. I mean, this was poor Mrs. Gilmore. First grade.
Oh, he's got the workbooks. Like there's the spelling vocabulary.
There's all that shit. Well, of course, I mean, so you're sitting at your allotted 1/6 of the table, and you better believe I defended that 1/6 of the table. Much as like I had defended my 1/8 of the circular table pie in kindergarten. I'm a very territorial fucker, I'll tell you.
I 1/6.
I will share with you if you ask nicely, maybe, probably, not necessarily, always. But don't cross into my territory.
Don't get into my 1/6 of my work table.
Or my 1/8 of my kindergarten table. No.
I bet you are a special
and
child.
Don't cross my property line either without permission.
I bet you were just a real peach to teach in the lower
Well, but see, they weren't teaching me because they weren't teaching me anything because I already knew all that shit.
So you're sitting there killing time.
Other than the arithmetic stuff, the higher arithmetic. I didn't start learning anything really until I got into like 7th or 8th grade.
Because your parents had already taught to you.
Well, because.
Or you figured it out.
Well, I mean, my mother taught me to read when I was 3.
Yeah.
So I'd get, first thing in any of these fucking workbook classes, I'd just open the book, I just run through the whole thing.
Craig Lennon do that.
I just run through the whole damn thing.
It drove me nuts. Craig would do that. He'd
It didn't take long. It take about 5 hours, if you're in between periods and shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd go over to his house to spend the night, and we'd play a little Dungeons and Dragons, you just stay up, whatever, and then, I'd be like, well, I gotta make sure I'm home by, like, noon tomorrow, because I make sure I get all this homework done. He's like, oh, I'm done with that. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I did it, like, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
He's like, I just went ahead and worked through the book and answered every question.
Oh, yeah. That was like the physics workbook there in high school. Yeah.
So, Craig I'll just never forget it, man. He just went ahead and read the whole social studies book. Yeah. And then just as kind of a preemptive measure, he just went ahead and answered all the review questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then the kid basically never had homework the rest. So the same thing, we had this god awful vocabulary workbooks. He'd just sit down for like a weekend and just do the entire vocab book.
Oh, yeah.
So then so basically after about October, he had no homework for the rest of the year because he'd already done it all, except for the one-off assignment you can't predict.
Well, I mean, that was Mr. Taylor. God bless Mr. Taylor, my deceased American history teacher in high school. I was in the jailhouse section.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had like 20 guys in there, and the others would have been in the class, perhaps, but they were in the jailhouse most. And periodically, you'd have the sheriff come in and haul one of these guys out. There was one guy that they hauled out because.
Is this like 7th grade?
No, this is in junior high school. This is in junior year in high school.
Oh, junior year in high school.
Junior year American history, and I was in 6th period. Now I had to be in 6th period because of my Spanish and choir and band and bullshit. And meanwhile, Brad Nixon's in like the really good class, with the good kids, and he said, "Oh, we're discuss this and all this." So what Mr. Taylor ended up doing was he'd sit up there. It was like dictation, and he apologized to me for doing it. He says, "I've got to keep this room in order, or everything's going to go to some." And so you had to write down the questions, and then write the answers. He says, I don't expect you to answer these fucking questions. Yeah. But I did it anyway.
Idle hands. You got to keep them busy.
Yeah, I did it.
You got to keep them busy. Yeah. I learned that a long time ago. Right?
I got an 800 on my SAT American History test.
Oh, did you?
800.
Wow. Damn. Yeah, keep him busy. Idle hands. Speaking of choir,
I miss him. Yeah.
I'm lying there, not quite 10 o'clock this morning, thinking, man, I shouldn't have stayed up so late, but okay. And then, Kelly walks in the room. She's like, "Did you know that Carter's singing in the choir today at Mass at 11?"
Oh, really?
And I said, "Yeah, I guess I knew that, but I forgot."
What were they doing? Something from Palestrina?
So, the kid signed up for choir.
Good.
I don't know why. He said, "Can I do choir?" I said, "Sure."
That's great.
So, part of the deal is you got to show up at Mass once in a while and sing. Well, but here it is. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, "Fuck, I got to get up."
Well,
so,
when does your service start?
It was 11.
Oh.
Yeah, but he had to be there at 10:30 for a
you have a little rehearsal and all that. Yeah, I understand.
But so we got him there.
If you're in a choir, missing rehearsal time is that's like the ultra bad move, uber bad move.
I don't know if I'd call this a choir so much as I'd call it, 5 kids
what
singing.
Are they? Well, it's okay. It's okay. So it's a quintet. What are they singing?
Today they were just singing with the standard church music.
Well, what?
Oh, I can't remember the hymns.
Well,
I don't remember.
Well, they're Roman Catholic hymns. They aren't really good hymns.
We're not talking about telephone.
You have a couple of good ones. On the confirmation.
That's a good one.
The Holy Spirit stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I like "Come Holy Ghost" and then "Holy God, we praise Thy name."
Yeah, Holy God, we praise Thy name. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
I think you borrowed it from the Prof.
Oh, I'm sure we did. Yeah. But anyway, so
Palestrina's got some good stuff.
He's singing. He was singing. I mean,
Well,
up in the choir loft up there.
I want you to tell him that I think that's great.
Yeah, I think what happened was he and one of his best buddies were talking about it.
One of the gamer dudes.
Well, this one's more of the sports dude, but he does play. I mean, they all play these games.
Well, it's a Roman Catholic school. They always are going to do that.
But this is the buddy that he's been in school with since he was in school.
Yeah,
since Christ Lutheran Children's.
Eight cells over a fetus.
Yeah. But I think what happened is they kind of goaded each other into it, and then they couldn't back out. So which is fine.
Good.
So I was like, well, why do you? I mean, this is great. Why do you want to do it?
As long as it doesn't result in ultraviolet or murder someday when they get big enough to do it.
Yeah. Well, he's like, well, James is doing it. And I'm like, okay. Well, that's fine. Go for it, man.
What is that movie, James and the Giant Peach?
James and the Giant Peach. I've never seen it. Apparently, it's quite good.
I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
Well, it's one of those Roald Dahl's books.
Oh, I don't fuck about that stuff. It's like, like Winnie the Pooh and crap like that. Give me a break. Well, or any of that,
Winnie the Pooh is a totally different.
Any of that Lord of the Rings Tolkien shit.
Yeah.
What's the other one? I don't like?
You don't like any of it.
No, what's the other one? And then what's that C.S. Lewis?
I've never read it, but the Magus, wasn't that?
Don't waste your time on don't waste your time on that John Foles crap. The Magus and French Lieutenant's Women. Do not read the Magus or French Lieutenant's Women.
I don't think anybody really reads it.
Well, I should hope not. I mean,
you don't like the Chronicles of Narnia? The C.S. Lewis stuff?
No, why? And another one don't waste your time on is anything by D.H. Lawrence.
Basically, you're just not a fan of fiction in general, except for
No, I don't know. There's some things. I like Dickens and I like Heller, Joseph Heller. I like some Phyllis Roth stuff. John Updike was a pretentious prick. I even waited through all the Rabbit novels until the scene, I think it was in the 4th or 5th one, where some woman's giving him a golden shower in the bathtub. No.
Trump.
I don't mind a little kinky stuff. In fact, I kind of welcome it. No, I don't. I don't want to look up and see some sort of urinary stream coming out of some woman's hoo-hoo. I mean, I've seen that enough in professional life.
And that's in a Rabbit book?
Yeah. don't ask me which one. I think there were 2 more after that.
You read what's his name?
Oh, I like John Irving.
John Irving.
Well, except the problem is he always
There's always wrestling and bears.
Well, he's always putting those fucking bears in.
And wrestling.
Well, wrestling could be hot.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. It's like every book.
Just ask that doctor there, there at Ohio State during the years that Jim Jordan was sort of being an assistant.
It is really impressive though the way the dude manages to work a bear into just about every freaking book. Except for I don't think there's a bear. There's no bear in Cider House Rules that I can.
No, there's no bear in Cider House.
And really, no wrestling in Cider
No,
House. So that's
a certain form of wrestling. But yeah.
Well, yeah.
Off page wrestling.
Now I never read. I still have to read. Kelly really liked it, but I haven't read it yet. A Prayer for Owen Meany. I haven't read that.
Oh,
one yet.
Prayer for Owen Meany is absolutely outstanding.
And what's the other one? There's another one that Kelly read that I still haven't read. Was it the 800-Pound Marriage or something like that?
I've not read that one.
Yeah,
I've not read that.
I need to read that one.
Well, I sort of, you move on. You move on in life. You move, I've read nothing but theology for 7 years. Now I'm still reading a lot of Reformation history. People. I've been berated many times in life for not, staying stuck on a topic or a thing, and once you've explored it as deeply as you wish to have explored it, I kind of either move on or I wait for something else to happen.
Well, I think if you're talking about your literary life, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't want to stay kind of in the same zone. I mean, that's kind of missing the point.
But you're right. I, in general, do not care for fiction. I'll give it a chance. Sure. Hell, I read all of Infinite Jest, including the footnotes,
which is like half the book.
Well, yes, exactly. Then the poor son of a bitch went out and hanged himself.
He wrote all that shit out longhand on a clipboard.
Well, that's the only way you can really, honestly, write
in pencil.
Anything. Yeah.
Kind of a la Hemingway.
Pencil, lasts almost forever.
Yeah, it does.
Like the Civil War notes, the pencil lasts, the ink doesn't. You can dry clean shit. Penciled notes can run through dry cleaning and still survive.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Well, and of course, my favorite one is the Russians. The Americans spent like $1 million developing a pen that would write in space and zero gravity.
Yeah. Russians just took pencils.
The Russians just set up pencils.
Took a fucking pencil. Well, but see, that's because the Russians aren't so completely paranoid about. NASA does not like anything flammable. Period. In space, right?
Well, a pencil isn't flammable. Oh, I suppose it would be. I suppose it. Well, fuck. It's going to be a really small fire.
Well, I'm just saying. I guarantee you that's got to be the reasoning behind the whole pen thing.
I went to light the torch to light the candles today, and the thing blazed up and it burnt brightly and wonderfully for about 5 seconds, then it went out. So I tried to light it again and nothing, and lighted. And I said, we're out of fuel. Well, and I thought, I am not. Here I am in my new $200 owl.
Oh yes,
and I am not going to, change that wick and crap with my hands and not be able to wash them afterwards.
Yeah.
So I went in and laid it to our interim rector. We have a problem. He says, "Oh, we're out of fuel." I said, "Yeah." So he did it for me.
There you go.
Yeah, it was very nice. He's a good guy.
We have a problem.
That's the last service I'll be on the stage with him.
Why is that?
His last.
Oh, so he's out of here.
His last Sunday is the 30th.
So he is leaving.
And of course I'll be out of the country by then. Last Sunday's the 30th. I won't be here obviously for the next Sunday because I'll be out of the country. when I get back, we'll be using supply freeze, and the new guy comes on.
So there is a new guy.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
Okay, so
yes,
it's
yes.
official. There
Oh yeah,
is a
yeah,
new
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
This
all
guy
right.
who was formerly at St. Paul's in Mount Vernon,
So,
David
okay.
Kendall Sperry, and I guess he comes down. Well, not comes down because he comes up because he's out of his church too right now because he's in the interim trans. So he lives in Dublin.
Oh.
He's been down there living in the same place down there for 20 years. So basically he's cut his commute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and this is like the permanent new guy.
Yeah, except that he's 63, which means
he's
that
going to be dead in about 5 years.
No, which means
he's going to retire.
in 7 years he has to retire.
Oh,
which means we'll be going through the entire transition process again. Yes, exactly. Still, it's better than this again. Terry's been a decent guy. Yes, he's just got a shit assignment.
Now is he going back to Florida then?
Yeah, no, he's
Okay. Now has the wife already shipped off?
The
She's
wife's
gone?
The wife's been down there about 4 weeks.
Okay, so she's gone.
Yeah.
She's down there.
Yeah.
And did they get the house problems all taken care of?
That's still in progress, but
boy, don't I know it. Getting this shit taken care of.
Yes.
Yeah.
What any latest adventures?
I think I've got you all caught up. So I walked in there. So I went in there.
I gotta have another one. May I have another one?
Yeah, please.
Well, I haven't finished yet.
I went in there.
Planning ahead.
Did I go in there? I think I was just in there to inspect.
Well,
just
of course.
Just to see.
Well,
Just to see. So the painters had finished, and I was kind of wandering around, thinking to myself,
Good smell good.
I guess. Well, yeah. I guess I would have thought they would have kind of cleaned some shit up. Anyway.
Were you huffing?
So then I went and took a leak, and I flushed the toilet, the downstairs toilet.
Always a good test.
And then
all of it's like 2 foot drop to the river.
Well, yeah. And then in the other room I hear this like water. And I'm like, of course, I immediately flip out.
It's burbling out of this, or burbling the sound.
I immediately flip out. So I'm like, God, I cannot go through this again. Because the whole new floor is in.